Hey, Nick here from Playbook and Harvest Profit. Hope all is well. First thing I wanted to share is I changed the name of this YouTube channel to just my name. I don't necessarily think, I guess I want to start sharing more information on what we're doing at Harvest Profit, some thoughts I have on software, thoughts I have on personal finance, real estate, yeah, just all sorts of different thoughts with the primary focus being on software and technology and how we're starting Playbook and running our other software company, Harvest Profit. So I'm going to shy away from just a singular focus on Playbook in this channel in its entirety. I'm still going to obviously the focus of this starting a software company in 100 days project is pretty much solely on building out the Playbook MVP, which I can remain as excited as ever about, although a little bit nervous here on just how far we're going to get in 100 days. But with that said, just wanted to let you know that if the channel looks a little bit different, it's because I changed it to my name. And we have a Harvest Profit YouTube channel. We'll have a Playbook YouTube channel where we can post specific tutorials and content related to each of our software businesses. And so today I wanted to share with you what I think is an absolute must-read book for anybody who is involved with software development and potentially even project management. That is this ebook by Basecamp that talks about how they work. And it just really, it to me is an amazing resource that is going to add tons and tons and tons of value to the world of software development. And so they go and talk about how they work in 6 week cycles. They have a fixed time and flexible scope. That's one of their philosophies. And then they really get into more detail than what I've seen out of them before on how they actually shape the project. They shape it and mold it and turn it into a pitch. And then that pitch gets turned into basically one cycle of work for their development and their design team. There's a concept called breadboarding here, which just lays out, here's a page, here's all the features of that page, here's the call to actions that link to other pages, and then those features, and then other links. It's just, if you've ever done any breadboarding or playing around with Arduino or any of kind of the DIY electronics, that breadboarding concept really is to me is a home run of an idea, and something that I haven't done the best job of is I've bought into the philosophy of flexible scope and not trying to be over definitive up front, but I've been too flexible in my scope development in the past. And the way that they do the breadboarding and the shaping and doing fat marker design work or wireframing is really what I think just an awesome set of philosophies. They talk about setting the boundaries and the different risks and things you want to look out for when you are shaping and scoping a feature. And then they just really get into the whole philosophy of why do you work in 6 weeks chunks, why they prefer not to have a product roadmap at all, and use the intuition of the team to work in short cycles, not necessarily sprints. I really don't like the word sprint myself, but more cycles. And so at the end of the day, I think this is a really tremendous resource, and I'm excited to continue to impart the philosophies that Basecamp has shared with us here into how we develop software. It just really hits home with working in small teams, being iterative and being dynamic, and being able to do these little quick pivots when the business when it is a necessity. And in a small business, I think it's a necessity. So yeah, all in all, just today wanted to share with you where we are at, or just share this resource because it's added a lot of wisdom to how we and I think about project management and building software. And coming from a non-technical founder role that I am in, when I first started hiring developers, where I got myself in a lot of trouble is just not knowing anything about project management and tracking to-dos and tracking features and the scope of a project. And that is where I got in more trouble than anything, is just not understanding all of the nuances that go into building software. And so I've followed along with the philosophies that Basecamp has on product development, but also remote work, how they built their company. And this book on how they actually get the work done is an amazing resource. And it, you know, a person tends to say this all the time, but it's probably you know, my favorite book on anything related to software that I've ever read. And so I highly recommend checking out Basecamp's Shape Up book. It's by their kind of their director of product, I think his title is, or director of projects. Ryan Singer has done a great job of building the product. So interesting little micro interaction here is just the ability to tweet these things. I haven't even noticed that before. That's fun. Anyway, check out Shape Up by Basecamp. Great resource. On day 36 of the Starting a Software Company in 100 Days vlog here, we're making good progress, and I'll kind of get into more of an in-depth update on the Playbook project tomorrow. So have a wonderful day, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Thank you.